What is good, guys? Welcome back to LA Noire, the detective game that is based on my decisions and my judgments of people in this game. I'm not really a good detective nor a good driver, so if you're tuning us, you're in for a treat. Last time we left our boy, we were on a new store. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I had some hummus and some food earlier, so it's processing through my body right now. Sorry. As I was saying, we are homicide now, so we're on another murder investigation. That is the last thing we're on. We're about to see. We're about to jump back into. Alright, we're going to jump right back into this. By the way, thank you for the 50 subscribers. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Shout out to Yoann for the 30. The 50. Thank you for being my 50th. Thank you. Thank you. I know the last video didn't get 5 likes, like I said, but it was pretty close. So I decided to give you guys part 4. If you're really curious of what's going on, let's dive into it. Alright. Let's jump right into it. Should be the title card and everything. The white shoe slaying. All right.
Hey lady, get out of the road.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
All right. We got something going on.
Is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles
Put him down in my
contest in a
sap.
short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
So I gave him a dust.
We got another. I swear if they got guns in this one. If this is the 1940s, then oh, I didn't pull up.
Greetings from sunny California. It's going to stop.
Who axes the rain to stop? Who does that? I don't. But we're about to get into some crime.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
I mean, he has some points. He was making some points, valid points there. Brown Derby. I feel like some of these places we haven't I know there's landmarks we probably should visit, but I don't know LA like that, and you can't really expand the map, so
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Maybe you wanted to.
Not sure this means much.
Random $5 bill. Maybe something's on her. I don't know why this man. She didn't have any jewelry on her. Okay. Why does excuse me.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
That might be important. Let's see what's over here.
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Don't think this is anything.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Interesting. But who leaves a $5 bill on the ground? Uh-oh. Cutscene. In the middle of a cutscene. Must be something important before I get to the phone. Is that the commander, or what's going on here?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Good looks. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Should have brought some water up in here. But anyway.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services. 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
Let us go to the laundromat first.
You can drive. You're behind the wheel.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Alright, we won't bring it up.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
$13.63. Hello, if you're just tuning us, we're in the middle of a murder investigation.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Excuse me. If you're just tuning us, we're playing LA Noire. And we just coming from a crime scene and we're figuring everything out. We're about to meet a disfigured hobo that is supposedly a suspect here. And we're not driving.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Didn't I just say you drive, Chief? I hate this mechanic. Like, why would you have this in the game if I had to hold it?
You know the way. You can drive.
Why does
you know the way. You can drive.
See? Like, why does that cancel it?
You know the way. You can drive.
That's so weird. I don't know why it does that.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Interesting. I don't think it was the husband this time. I think it was the actual killer. I don't know about y'all. By the way, if you're wondering why I let Rusty drive all the time, is because y'all don't want to see my horrible driving around LA. So that's the only reason I don't drive. Nice house. She must have kids. But it looked like she was coming off the bus. She must be a working mom. Single mom? Perhaps? Kids in the front. Oh.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, Open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
You don't know that.
Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules a non-successful.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
That's a good question to ask.
To check if she was a regular.
Probably nothing.
Boy! What? Probably nothing, he says. Probably nothing, he says. You serious, bro? This man really just said no?
Nothing significant.
Then what's the point of fucking letting me pick it up if it's not significant?
This isn't what we're looking for.
Don't know why that was a thing, but okay. Oh, see, you could've...
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Hold on.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Before we talk to him, let's get the...
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thank you.
Alright, bucko.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. There can't be anyone who knew her.
We'll play good copy.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Should've.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
I think you're in an unhappy marriage, Lars. I think you're lying, and you would like to get it off your chest.
You telling me my wife was unhappy? What proof do you have of that?
Hold up, what? Where's the photo? Hold up.
Looks like I was mistaken.
Sorry. What the heck? That was weird, because it's like, it was there, and then it was like, why didn't it count as evidence? Okay, maybe it wasn't a clue. So we're gonna go back up?
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson.
So close.
You'll need to go
almost 4 out
downtown
of 4,
for
almost
a
100.
spot.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Help me out.
Search the place. We need something on this guy. Something that'll stick.
Why didn't this come up in my clues? Was it ever in my clues? Let me find out. No, it really wasn't. Something that will make this stick, you say? Why zoom in on the boat? Like, that's important anyway.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
I doubt it.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Still found that amazing. Back in the 40s, they literally got your fingerprint on your ID.
and see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Make sure there isn't anything, no evidence on the
Believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
They have a dog, but where the dog at? You know? Can we talk to him again? I wonder.
Appreciate your time, sir.
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Well, she is, bucko. Alright. Now let's go to this. There must be another clue here. Because it is not Xing off. There has to be one more clue here that I am missing. Oop, knocked down the broom. Whoops. There has to be, because it's not marking off, so. No, we're not gonna use any of our intuitions here, because it looks like we got everything, but we might have forgot something. Who knows? Did we forget anything? Let's just walk around. Make sure. I think we got everything. I think it's just glitching, so I'm just gonna head out. Alright, we're gonna head out. Alright, next location is, let's go to the Baron Club.
You're behind the wheel. You know the way. You can drive.
If you just tuned in, we're playing LA Noire, and we're just getting on homicide, and we're trying to figure out a murder. And if you're wondering why Rusty drives, it's because I'm a horrible driver. So yeah. Let us go inside.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
I believe you, because you're a bartender.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Put out an APB on the cab.
3591. Should be traceable.
What is the special of the day?
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
He seems very,
Never served him.
Not a chance. By the sound of it, he's the type of bum you send packing right when he walks through the door.
Should have gone there.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Should have just played good.
To catch the guy, sir.
Thank
We
you.
need
What
information, not
I'm
cute
horrible.
answers and delaying tactic.
I do my best, goddammit. What do you want from a guy?
Any of your regulars know the broad?
Ask him yourself.
LAPD. Keep your seats, boys. This won't take a second.
Why are you running?
Son of a bitch, get away!
Why are you running?
Go, Phelps, get after him!
Why gotta be me?
Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Yeah, see, this is why we don't drive, folks.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic is.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done.
Move, people, move! No, bro, please!
Dangerous.
This town is dangerous. Is that what you're going with?
Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Dang, bro.
Keep him steady and I'll try to bust his tire.
Get his tire, jeez!
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. Now is not the time to play around, Phelps.
You gonna shoot the tire or no?
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Wait, did I lose him? No. Yeah, I did. Dang it. God dug it. Yeah, I've noticed that. There's always that one person that runs away. Why you guilty, son? Why you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my... Hold on. Gosh darn it. Just reset that whole thing, because I know I'm about to lose him. God dog it. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I didn't read the reset guidelines. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, no. I am so sorry, stream. I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. I didn't read the stream guidelines. I'm sorry. My B. My B. My B. I did not read the guidelines. Oh, well. Run it back, Turbo. Run it all the way back. If you just missed this, here you go.
Seriously.
My bad. My B. My B. I didn't know.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too.
Hey, at least I know what questions to ask.
A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Beat her up so bad. When I found him, I returned the favor.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.
Dang, bro. I did not mean to do this stream. I apologize. If you're watching this video later, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do this. I did not mean to do this to us.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop? fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to sell.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved. Hey!
Sorry for
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base. 7825, that guy there will lead us up. Watch it, will you?
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, Carter. We're used to seeing them. They're the gig when you're working a homicide, Phelps.
That was weird. That was a glitch, or maybe it wasn't. There we go. Sorry, again.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Discontaminating the body.
Good ones, Phelps. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Great stream, keep up the great work.
Thank you, thank you.
Detective, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Proceed.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Let's get a new car. Let's just go over here.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Oh, I didn't give him credit for this. Alright. It must be a car already I've seen or been in.
Can you drive to this one? You can drive. You know the way. You can drive.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This is
Doesn't
true.
fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
It doesn't fit the pattern, but it doesn't excuse that it could be our killer. But it also could be that hobo. But it could also be the husband. But it could also be a lot of people. Could be the bartender. Could be that guy that tried to run away earlier. So we'll never know because I had to redo this whole mission again. Which I apologize greatly. I'm sorry. I did not know it was going to do that weird stuff. But, you know, live and learn. Live and learn. Live and learn. I don't know why you trying to get in front of me, fucking.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Sorry.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
At least we know what questions to ask the husband. So, there is that.
Can you drive to this one? You know the way. You can drive.
What the?
You're behind the wheel.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You can drive.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, you always
it's
do.
Usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
We shall see. Last time we got 3 out of the 4 for the husband. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4. And the bartender too. Excuse me. Excuse me indeed. I am sorry, Stream. I'm sorry that I'm yawning in your ear. Excuse me. Let us... I'm gonna open the door wide.
Yes. Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Dang.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking with his men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Dad.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Operator, give me dispatch.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bum state filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out of
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
Excuse me.
Wonder why the picture was turned down.
Why wasn't this a clue? See? Like what? If it's a clue now, I'm gonna be mad.
To check if she was a regular.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Lars was out in the rain last night. We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. least she was spared that particular indignity.
Alright, let's go talk to
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. There can't be anyone who knew her.
I feel like you're lying to us.
For the record, Tarleton, did you kill your wife?
Oh my God. This is... No. I didn't kill my wife. Fuck you for suggesting it.
Alright, reflex, but okay.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. A Baron's bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our question.
Still couldn't get that first one right.
We'll need to go down.
Maybe it was good cop. Who knows? We'll never know.
I should have taken her.
Unless I replay this.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Okay. We're gonna just head out now.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Alright, time to go to this bar again.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
I like the little snippets of music they give you before they turn over the radio to back. Alright, now we're back where we started. A little bit, but not fully, but sort of, if you will.
Let's take it some better days. Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
2 club sandwiches. Thank you, waitress.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Betty.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor, in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Bet.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Oh my days,
Can't
we
let
still
the
got.
son of a bitch get away.
You still have to chase him? Are you kidding me? Come on, bro.
Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands where I can see them. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
What happened to the woman?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Fuck.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
No Miranda rights again? They really do not give them Miranda rights. How do they get away with this stuff? I gotta call dispatch. I literally gotta run. Wait, it's actually right here. Where am I going? Is it in here?
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Alright, back to Central Station. What the? It's my game. Oh, there we go. I was like, was the game glitch for a second there? That was weird. Alright.
You're behind the wheel. You can drive.
Gonna figure out who killed Teresa. We gotta figure out. Can we talk about how there's not that many black people here and this is LA? Just saying. Anyway. Where Flex? It's the 1940s, yeah, I get it, but come on, man.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I bumped to the swipe and put him down in my sap. A little twist. She was 13.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Okay.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Hey,
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective.
2 for 2 for them questions.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assault.
Thanks.
What happens if we do the other one? Oops, not. Wait, what? You can go in here? I didn't know you can go in here. Cool.
Door knocking all morning, but I gotta make in the car in the end.
Heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
I've seen people like you, but I had to pay.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
You're behind the wheel.
How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought. 3 suspects in the can and 1 in the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
So he lied to us. Now we gotta play bad cop. Cause he said he left early. What? Why did my man got the shotgun, bro?
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. You need to hold out to the cavalry.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Dang, bro.
Down, fellas.
You want your rightful share.
Your disciples know what you did last night? What's your name?
Keep a lid on.
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Okay.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Missing morphine, cops say goons fighting dope war. Let's see this story.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Vincent, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
I mean, he's got a point.
you to negotiate, Jack. The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Interesting. I bet you this is all connected to that. Somehow, in some way, some weird fashion. Just saying. That seems like the move. Mm-hmm.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Wrinkled was not one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up.
What now?
Teresa's trail leads right to this cabbie's back seat, Phelps. We need to find it.
I like how why my only black man is a hobo. Come on, cuh. The disrespect. Come on, Rockstar. The disrespect. The disrespect. Put some respect on it. Yeah. Going back. I can't believe I really just took an ambulance to the crime scene. That's crazy. You really can take anything in this game. Alright. Alright. Oh wait. There might be more clues that I'm missing. Is there? I don't think there is.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You can drive.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole? We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
These people really don't give these people the Miranda rights. That's what really crazes me. They go to court, but how they... I'm guessing the arresting officer does it, like, you know, someone that's not them. I'm guessing. I don't know. That's really weird.
We're going this way.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrelson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Ooh.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
I feel like he has something to do with the ultimate betrayal of this whole game. We're gonna play one more. I'm gonna probably do after this one. Do the that'll be the closing. Oh, actually no, it's a cutscene. So maybe it's another story or another murder victory.
And now my heart
He must be a regular now. Why is she sitting closer now? Did they redecorate?
Walk away, don't do
Cole, you have a wife and kids. What you do with this better be part of your investigation. Or you're trying to figure something out. The studio secretary murder. Interesting.
We will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your head, Council. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside the railroad line. A 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Let's get the pawn, dude, first.
I say we bust in there.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring.
The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
You know the way. You can drive.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
This is true. That he did. Maybe he was. Maybe the ultimate betrayal is coming. Who knows? I don't know, people. Leave your predictions in the comments. And our boss wants us.
How can I help you boys?
Oops.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner. Can you drive to this one? You're behind the wheel. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
This is true. To catch a killer, you gotta act like a killer. Dun 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 dun! Plot thickens even more.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the ring under our hats, so to speak, Captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Golly, this one's
hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure.
Why you gotta be a Negro?
Jameson stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
My man really going in here with old gloves on, bro. They really were wild back in the 1940s. When they didn't know what DNA was. Any rings? Aha.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
No, no, no. I already figured that out. It's to the head now.
The smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her. This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating. Someone was trying to get her to come home. We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Fun.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
We can talk about it later, Phelps.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shunting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now. Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
You found her lipstick. What did you write on her body?
What are you talking about? I didn't write anything.
Should just play good cop.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Not sure you're sure about that, Chief, but since we got like 3 international, let's ask the community. I figured it was bad cop. Okay.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Let's go to the liquor store first. Can you check the more car?
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished. You've got to be kidding. We're driving this? I'm busy here, Phelps. Gentlemen. Yeah, as soon as I'm finished. I'm busy here, Phelps.
What else is there?
I'm busy.
You know the
here,
way.
Phelps.
You can drive. Can you drive to this one?
How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Why are you complaining?
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
Yeah. You are.
You can drive. You're behind the wheel. You know the way. You can drive.
I'm busy here, Phelps. Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Can you drive to this one?
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this? It reads that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food.
This is true.
You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Can we talk about how I just took the coroner's car? And that counts as a car in the showroom, which I will show you at the end of the stream. Hilarious. I like when you pick a random car that's not supposed to be driven by us, and he just gives wild banter about it.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Aristotle, metaphysics.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
We got a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
Hey, 3 for 3. Let's go.
Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing LA Noire. And if you're just tuning us, we're on. Here's the title of this the studio secretary murder. That is what we're on right now. And we're gonna check out the bar. Let's check out the bar this time. And if you're just tuning us, I decided to still.
How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Why are you complaining?
You're behind the wheel.
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
Why are you complaining? It's a car, ain't it? And you can take cars. You can, if you're new here and you don't know how this game works, it's by Rockstar, the guys that give you GTA. You can literally take cars and tell them you're a cop or whatever. They'll give it to you. Alright.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
But nothing reprehensible.
No. The odd parking ticket. That kind of thing.
Face, it was bad cop, or accuse him.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again. I barely knew the woman.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay. Oh, wait, do we need to use the phone? Hold on. Guess not, but you can go out here. Just want to see.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Can you drive to this one? You can drive.
Ah, I didn't mean to cancel it.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I'm
Can
not
you drive to
driving,
this
folks. Oh, see? That's what I needed. I knew there was a telephone. Hold on.
See him?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central, Code 2.
Thanks, ma'am. You know the way. You can drive.
Hope you. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I'm not bored of the game, just a little tired today. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. You already know. Whole shebang. Let's find out what the captain needs. It must be another cutscene.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and
Oh.
Carruthers.
Oh shit, it's about the killer. There's other things.
So,
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Tarleton didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, fellas. You're married. Yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case. But it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. You'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Couldn't you just do that right here?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Wow, toxic. Rusty toxic, bro. What? Toxic. Rusty the bad cop. I feel like he going to flip. He better flip on us, Chief. He gonna flip. But we don't know. Like I said, don't give away any spoilers in the comments or anything. If you do, I'm gonna delete it. So we don't do spoilers here. We're just enjoying the ride. But leave a comment, leave likes. Let's get to the bottom of this. This is what bowling alleys looks like in the 1940s.
Hello,
Interesting.
Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him. Tiernan! LAPD!
Why are you running? Why do they always run?
There!
Oh no.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Oof. Fat joke.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Another runner. Well, at least he's got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
My man is missing the whole tire.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and gets himself in trouble. Now is not the time to play around, Phelps. Come on, Phelps, you're losing that little weasel. Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
That's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. That is the end of that. It's about fucking time. Show me your hands.
Traffic stop. That's the trophy I got. If y'all were curious, I don't know what it means, but I'll check it out. If you guys are wondering or curious what it means, leave a comment and I'll tell you what it means. If you're that curious. But if you play the game and you know that trophy, then don't worry about it. But if you don't know, by all means ask. Alright, that one's done. Let's check out McCaffrey's apartment.
You're behind the wheel.
I never like driving. Cause I know I'm bad. So what about you guys? For when Phelps asked that question, what is you guys' opinion on that? Mine is just proven till innocent, Chief. So if the evidence line up, it line up. If it don't, I need to call a mistrial. Cause how? She said apartment 6, correct? We'll look at the trajectory just for the memes.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Cause I know they will make us.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Kick the door, Phelps. Yeah. Very small apartment. Oh, here's the other half of that letter.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
I wouldn't say the scene, but maybe to it.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady,
We
need
know
to
you.
find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case where that poor lady killed near City Hall.
You're looking at him, but okay.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Oh shit, we went this way. I thought we went somewhere else. What's
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Be careful, he looks dangerous.
Get that bump.
Give it up, LAPD.
There he is, officer.
Ooh.
Can't we talk about this?
What? I hit it. Ooh. Dang. You didn't have to do him like that, but I see you just hit him against the wall. Oh.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
What? I mean, these puzzle pieces look like they're going to be strongly connected to one specific person. We just haven't found it. Could be the captain, could be the morticianer. I mean, I don't know. Could be an ultimate betrayal of all. Could be those flashbacks we had earlier in the game too. Could all be connected. Who knows? Who knows? Once we wrap this up and we get the new story, then we shall, how do you say, end the stream for today.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them.
Let's go with McCaffrey because the evidence can... Let's go with McCaffrey in 2 because I feel like he has...
Homicide. You know you made it.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. Your funeral.
What? Huh? Oh, we should have accused him. Because we had the evidence. Right. Oh well. Rep.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Hey, I gave his wife...
Hey! Fuck you!
Let's forget, where's the tiger? Oh yeah, it's over here.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Oh my, how is that none of my business? This is like, oh my, whatever.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
I want the truth. I think you broke into McCaffrey's apartment and planted a lug wrench there.
I didn't do that, and there's no way you can prove any different. As hard as this is for you to contemplate, I really loved Evelyn. She was kind and gentle to me.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
Oh, that's what it was.
She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Down with my sack.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we got him now, boys. We got him now.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman here to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
We got him. Change upsticks.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
That was weirdly placed for a medium close-up, just saying. Weird flex. That's not okay. Oh, I had 50 injuries. Wow, that's a new one. Case closed. Alright. Let's see, what is the next one? Saving. Oh, we got a flashback, so we'll watch the flashback.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Send the lieutenant. Get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
What is up with these flashbacks we're getting of him in the war? Like, I'm confused. The Quarter Moon Murderers. Ooh, there's 2, so we gotta figure that out. We said the Quarter Moon Murderers. Alright, that's where we're gonna leave off. If you like this stream, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're new. Hope you enjoyed. This has been LA Noire. On PS4, like I said. It's on PS4 right now. If you played it on PS3, no spoilers please in the comments or anywhere. I am playing this for authenticity and organicness because I never played this game before. So no spoilers please. Really please. And anyone in the comments too, no spoilers either. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe like I said. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, if this video gets, let's say, 4 likes, I'll post part 5. Or this is part 5. No, this is, yeah, no, part 6. I'm sorry. I've been playing this so long, so, you know, if you like it, you know, tell your friends, tell your family, you know, get people involved, you know, get people more Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out Black Rose on this channel. Great video, directed by me and whatnot. So hope you enjoy. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, gaming is not a crime. Peace.